And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym in the Crypto, episode 942. Today is Thursday. What is day? May 5th.
Cinco de
Cinco de
Mayo.
Mayo.
Yeah.
Cinco de Drinko 2022. And I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community, Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10ish, and today's top story is California governor issues blockchain executive order building on U.S. president's regulatory efforts. Binance commits $500 million to co-invest in Twitter with Elon Musk. Senator Warren asks Fidelity to address the risk to put Bitcoin in 401ks. And Gucci, the latest luxury brand to accept crypto payments in store. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what's going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So looking at our prices for today, Bitcoin sitting at $39,014, up 0.65%. Ethereum at $2,897, up almost 2% today. Binance Coin coming in at 401, up 3.4%. XRP at 62 cents, up 2.5% today. Solana $89, up 2.8% today. Terra Luna 84.40 in the red, down 0.5% today. Cardano sitting at 84 cents, up 2.7%. And last but not least, good old Dogecoin at 13 cents, up 2% today. And our biggest gainers are Pet Wars, up 3,100%, MetaPay up 900%, and MetaCyber up 78%. So those are our prices for the day.
There it is. There it is. And really quick, want to get some shout outs. Wyatt, why you try it? What's going on? Wyatt, try it. Satoshi Slim, Finn, Outlaw Precision Paintings, Miss K. I got it right today. Michael Kennedy. Good morning and hello to everyone. If you missed it already, right before the show, shout out to Stack. I'm actually wearing their shirt right now. Stack did the show today on Thursdays at 6 a.m. PST. They will be doing the TA technical analysis for those who have been interested in it. We also have that in the Discord group that will begin this week as well, but for the channel, we'll be bringing that once a week. Also, you can also catch Stack this afternoon on a pre-record, and then of course Black Root late tonight. And shout out to two Jump Out Girls. It looks like you all love them. Shout out to two Jump Out Girls and their premiere yesterday. Awesome premiere. Glad to have them on the show as well, on the channel as well. And then shout out to Marlon and Reggie from yesterday as well. If you missed it, Reggie dropped a bomb. He said Ethereum has infringed on his patent as well. So Ethereum is officially in the crosshairs, is officially made public. Looks like he's been going in on Twitter and more for that. So thanks, Marlon and Reggie, for that show as well. So again, folks, if you're missing them, make sure you check out all these awesome shows we have rolling out. We're going to make sure you have enough crypto news to last you the year. I'm trying to think that I forget anyone else from yesterday. Oh, Simon Family, of course, at 8 a.m. yesterday. If you missed Simon Family, make sure you check that out also. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the top story of the day. California, thank you for goodness gracious for coming around, man. It's taking a little minute. They said it was Silicon Valley and technology happening in the state. I could have been down a minute ago, but California governor issues blockchain executive order building on U.S. president's regulatory efforts. That's right. We're getting ahead of the curve on this, laying the foundation to allow for consumers and businesses to thrive, said California Governor Gavin Newsom. Now, a couple things. First and foremost, we're not getting ahead of the curve, no matter how you put it, because we're already behind the curve. So let's make sure.
You late as hell, slick back, Gavin.
Hey, Gavin. Hey, listen, I ain't gonna mess with Gavin because I know what real gangsters look like. All right.
Oh, yeah. His hair product screams gangster. I already know he got.
Don't it? Come on, man. Don't it? Gavin Newsom, the governor of California, has signed an executive order aimed at harmonizing a regulatory framework for blockchain between the federal government and the U.S. state, as well as spurring innovation in the space. He announces on Wednesday the governor's office said executive order N922 in the California Consumer Financial Protection Law would allow the state to create a transparent and consistent environment for companies in Web3. Look at them using buzzwords they don't know what it means. Web3 is all about the creator. So how would the government be able to create this transparent and consistent business? I didn't mean to break it down, but just that sentence made no sense to me. And the crypto space, including blockchain and financial technology firms. According to the order, the California state government will need to establish a regulatory approach to crypto assets concurrent with that laid out in U.S. President Joe Biden's executive order on digital assets in March. Furthermore, people, I'm going to break this down to you again. We've been saying it now for a week and a half. Institutions are for real coming.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm telling you this now for California. there's a bigger play. The reason why the governor is doing this is because of some of the institutions here in the state of California. They want this move forward. Therefore, he's moving this forward from institutions. Once again, it wasn't a retail thing and everyone loves crypto and all this other stuff. This is coming from institutions. All right. And again, you'll hear more about this in the coming weeks, specifically under the order of the California Governor's Office of Business and Economic Development, will coordinate with the Business, Consumer Services, and Housing Agency. I do not want the housing agency involved, and the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, or DFPI, to get feedback from stakeholders. Again, they're going more into all these regulatory approaches they're going to create. You can read more here. It's on Cointelegraph. But what are your thoughts here with California attempting to become this global hub of innovation in the crypto sector?
Hey, man, read between the lines. Hey, all right, in that first paragraph where he basically lays it out, or the second one, sorry, he used every word but Bitcoin, Web 3.0, crypto, blockchain, financial tech. That is a red flag, people. We tell people all the time, whenever people talk about innovation in this space and what they're trying to do, if they use every word but Bitcoin, they have an agenda. They don't want Bitcoin to be at the forefront. They want to make it seem like this is all one big industry, and they're all the same. And we got to no, it's different, people. You got to make that distinction, because it's how they trip you up. They say it's all the same. So new people come in, they think, yeah, it's all crypto, right? It's all Web 3.0. It's all this blockchain, blah, 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 blah. No, there's different delineations of where this industry is. It's a whole different pockets and different things you can do. But my only criticism, usually for most of these stuff is regulatory standards are cool, but whose standards? Joe Biden's executive order on digital assets, if that is the guide and the framework they're using, it's going to be trash, California. And if you never want to win another election, fuck up the regulatory for Web 3.0. And these kids that are like 16, 17, 18, they're trying to get into the space, and then y'all come with some regulation where they either can't use it or make it really hard. But you never win another election. I'm sorry. That's going to be on y'all. But what I want to see is whether or not they will push towards Bitcoin, because Erica Rhodes, she's running, she has a Bitcoin campaign. There's a few other politicians that have Bitcoin, actually the word Bitcoin in their campaign. So we'll see how it comes out. But again, this is nothing but a bunch of word soup. California is the first state to begin creating a comprehensive and harmonized framework for responsible blockchain technology to thrive. You know what that means? Bitcoin's proof of work uses too much environmental energy. I promise you that's coming next. And the responsible blockchains are going to be proof of stake, where they can still have control. And then that pipeline of talent for emerging industry and the technology for public good, all that is just going to be a bunch of pictures and media shit of kids typing on computers. Look at these Web 3.0. It ain't going to mean much. So I'm just telling you before it happens, because again, most people, they think these people are actually telling the truth. But again, I know a gangster when I see it. He's taking his marching orders, and they'll implement it. But took too long, and they trying to regulate it. Ugh.
Well, here's my thing. When did you first hear the word Web3, the buzzword Web3? When was the first time you heard this?
Last year, a year ago.
Okay, so I give you that. I'm with you. So, and when I say last year, I mean, what, halfway through last year, really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, last year, like a year ago.
So Web3, what Web3 is becoming, we still don't know what it is yet, folks, because literally the term itself is less than 8 months old. Now, if you learned the code, you've done any type of, internet stuff, HTML, or just basic stuff with cybersecurity and stuff, you do understand that Web3 was like the evolution, the next stage. No one knew how it was going to happen, what it would look like, but we did understand we were in Web 2.0 with social media. We talked about all these concepts when you learn the code and learn about all this internet stuff. So that was acknowledged. But the fact that Web3 is being acknowledged and we don't even know what it is or how it's going to work or look, and you already have the government saying, we're going to create this pipeline for it, or as you can see here, a transparent and consistent business environment for companies. We don't know what it is. So how can you create this environment for something A, you don't know, and then B, how is it that, like, it was even crazier to me, and the governor here, and again, I know this isn't on his own, people. I will say this really quick. Enjoy us talking as freely as we can now, because I won't let this freedom of speech right here get in between some commas in the future. But what I will tell you all is that this is for institutions. Okay, this is definitely for institutions. It's definitely for people coming. But again, this term is less than 12 months old. The second point I was going to make is what government program gets launched and is very successful. It's short term. Give me one. Like, what government programs last?
Iran Contra. We got so much coke into America. We turned it into a whole. We
I
turned
knew
it.
you would find it. Hey, Zay, I knew you would find it. All I got to
Hey,
do
that
is
worked out beautifully.
hey,
Oliver North. Hey, they worked out beautifully. Reagan, it was killing it. But he was dropping out bundles in Arkansas. Got Clinton elected off of that. That worked beautifully.
listen.
Everybody won off that. We had Ricky Ross. How much we got? Snowfall.
I was just you taking it. I'm trying to cut you off to say it. We got Snowfall. Let me get some in too. All right, I gave you one. Give me one back.
Oh yeah.
Now I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, bro, we got Snowfall, Alvin, and everything, man. Who you telling? But seriously, like when you talk about government programs, and honestly, if you again, I love America. I love the United States. Yes, we have a dark, terrible past, but I will say I'm a product of my environment, and the state public schools and stuff have helped me in my life. So I won't say that Social Security check when my mom was a single mother didn't help her brother. But what I will say, is that seriously, when it comes to the government launching programs, starting programs, especially when you're talking about technology, they literally they don't have everything. They don't have the resources. They don't have the capital to hire the right resources. Like, again, we talked about this before. Who in their right mind, who knows a lot about Web3 already, who's on the cusp of it, is about to go work for the government? What are you going to pay them? How is this going to look? Like, please, like, write this out for me. But again, I know this is really coming from people because, again, from behind the scenes, we know what's happening. This is an institutional play. This isn't for retail market. But the good thing about this is, hey, the floodgates are open. I would call this a double. That's right. You all know about our base hits, get us to first base. This is getting us to second base, because as soon as this entire state goes full crypto and Web3 and all this other stuff, what will happen, the big bubble everybody's waiting for, the 99 2000.com boom, this is what's actually going to cause it. It's going to be onboarding millions of people across the United States or other first world countries that have the capital to jump in some of these markets and play around. And you're going to onboard them into the intranet instead of the internet. You're going to onboard them into crypto, and project by project by project, we're going to see these projects fail over and over again, just like we saw so many companies' intranets fail over and over again. And once that happens is when the market's actually going to bust and go belly up. Now, they'll try to blame that on Bitcoin. See, we told you Bitcoin, this whole crypto thing. And this is the time we go back to episodes like this and say, no, you all went crypto. You all went blockchain. They didn't specify which blockchain. You went Web3, even though it's a term that's 8 months old. You did that. You brought millions of people over to it, and they're going to fail miserably when it happens. It's unfortunate, but it's going to happen. So I don't know. I guess this is a long, short call. Evelyn said, why is Miami Coin being paused and being unstake? I think they have planned maintenance already, correct?
City Coins 2.0 upgrade.
Yeah, that was planned though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was already planned. But yeah, hold up. If you have purchased it in the past couple of days, it's up 120%.
Oh, there you go. Let's see. Reno Gamble says, Zay, you're in your 30s referencing Iran Contra. You into too much, bro.
Hey, man, my history bag goes deep. I keep telling people I'm 33 going on 63 because I feel like I've been here longer. I got old cousins and old uncles I grew up with. So,
well, not only that, I mean, just looking at our circle again, like we play it down. People, you do know we got a bunch of degrees between just the two of us alone, like not even adding other people.
Oh yeah,
I got a political science degree, people. That's like based in the history right there. What? Like, come on, we good.
Hey man, like I said, that was a good time period. We got a lot of good music. I mean, it was.
Oh, bro, you funny. All right. Binance commits $500 million to co-invest in Twitter with Elon Musk. So my question to all of you out there, I'm looking at you, Fumble, because I know you still listen to us. Give us that thumbs down today. Listen, you know we love you. Come back to the chat, Fumble. Don't stay away for forever. Come back, Fumble. But seriously, I actually called out Fumble. That was the wrong person to call out. That's my bad. But come back anyway, Fumble. I'm calling out the Hexkins. Didn't all the Hexkins want to sue CoinMarketCap or whatever because Binance bought it and which we reported on and actually talked about in the masterclass, which is why we don't know why they were telling us like we were agnostic to it or something. But are you all going to do the same thing for Twitter? Because the same thing is going to happen. If I just gave you $500 million, yeah, you about to have Binance ads running. Oh, what? Official cryptocurrency, what's it called? Exchange. So again, we're talking about Binance being among 18 co-investors. Oh, Elon hit the whole Telegram. Remember, Telegram had those 18 investors. Binance is among 18 co-investors in Elon Musk's Twitter acquisition alongside firms like Sequoia Capital Fund, what's that, Canada, and Fidelity Management and Research Company. Folks, again, institutions are coming. Fidelity's putting their, shout out to Fidelity for not being scared to actually move their assets under management. Like that's what's up. We don't see a lot of companies do that. But again, the news is in the headline. Binance is joining with Elon on this deal. What are your thoughts on this, and what else is going on with this story? You are on Twitter all the time.
Oh yeah, not surprised. I saw this coming. I think CZ knows what he's doing. They've had a little back and forth, CZ and Elon on Twitter, so I know they're familiar with each other. But it's good to see that Binance is still moving forward with their investments. I mean, we were joking earlier when I first saw it that they were just basically jumping on the bandwagon. But again, this is how investments work. Usually, Elon Musk is like, "Hey, I want to buy a $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. How much you got? You got $2 billion. You got $5 billion." Again, at the highest levels, they do exactly what you do at the lowest levels. When you were a kid and you had 50 cents and your friend had 75 and the other one had $1, it's like, all right, when we put that all together, we can get three things, two things off the dollar menu. This is the same thing. They put their money together. We can buy Twitter, and it's good to see there. Like you said, Fidelity is involved. And again, this is how things get done in the real world, and CZ is always down for a good investment. I guess your boy from Tron is next. Justin Sun's gonna show up because he always following after the CZ. But it's again small contribution to the cause, he says, but 500 million is nothing to sniff at.
Right, and I mean I'm with you. And Cario said, like how is 500 million even like basically a drop in the bucket for a $44 billion investment? Well, to the person who gave 500 million. Yeah. Like, what do you mean? I'll clear this up to be serious. You have Fidelity, we talked about this with like $1 trillion or something under management or something like that, whatever they have, right? Multi-billions, way more than that 44 billion. So when you get wealth management or capital management firms or whatever like that have that many assets under management, then they themselves can do 20 billion or whatever billion, 10 billion, 2 billion, or whatever it is. But that's coming from one source. If you still need, if the number's 44 billion, I don't care if the last person gave you $3. They put $3 into the 44 billion for the deal to get done. They didn't give you $3 with the deal been done. So to me, that 500 million, that definitely bought them an interest. Maybe not in fully with Twitter, but at least with Elon Musk and future projects. And it looks like he's going to be in crypto. And Binance clearly is in crypto. So again, I just don't see anyone giving anybody $500 million and be like, all right, that's it, guys. I don't expect anything in return. Good luck on your acquisition. Just give me my 4% back when you make the money. No, it don't work like that from what I've seen.
Nah, I mean, Elon Musk and them, they paid for the meal. CZ left the tip. Either way,
there we go. Yeah,
he left a little less, but you still got to pay. Yeah, so it is what it is.
There we go. All right, let's see. PFC Wells said the shoulder tap is coming in. Shake my head. Either with them or with us. It might be with us, right? No. Let's see what else we say. Can't ban the snowman. You already know. Let's see. STL Solo, great point. I bought some Miami coin as soon as they mentioned the update. So it looks like a few people did get that 120% gain that you just talked about.
Like I said, just wait a little bit longer, people. Keep trying to just wait.
All right. Senator Warren is in the news. Senator Warren asks Fidelity to address the risk to put Bitcoin in 401ks. That's right. Because she cares so much about you all, right? Like, here's the thing, people. Who do you think cares more about you, honestly? Senator Warren or a private, again, wealth management, capital management, assets, whatever they do, a company that prides itself on holding your value and increasing that value when they give it back to you. They pride themselves on that. So who are you going to listen to? Why does Senator Warren need Fidelity to address these risks? I mean, hell, have Wells Fargo address risks that they're still in business after they opened 5,000 fake accounts and only fired ground level people. Like, do we need to go bank to bank or company to company and talk about risks that need to be addressed? Let's talk about the senators and Congress people who are allowed to hold stock in companies and actually have rulings on them about how that company or industry moves, yet not revealing that they own stock in it without facing a small fine that they usually can pay back whenever. Like, let's address these type of things. I don't really care to address a private company giving adults the option to do whatever they want to do with their value. But U.S. senators requested Fidelity to explain how the firm is planning to address the risk of adding Bitcoin into retirement accounts by May 18. What's going on with this story?
Oh, yeah. So good old Pocahontas has come through with the biggest contradiction of all time, talking about how she wants to figure out how, because she's concerned about Bitcoin and retirement savings. This is a lady that her salary is $185,000. Guess
You
what?
really, hold on,
Her net
Zay,
worth.
Zay, I hate to cut you off. I hate to cut you off because I hear you going, look, well, you can't make up the synergy between me and him. You can't make up the synergy, bro. I'm over here Googling the net worth as you speak.
But that figure's wrong. That's 2019. She's actually worth 67 million.
Ooh-wee.
So how do you have a $185,000 salary, but you're worth $67 million? That comes from investments, and that comes from you, her personally, being able to make her own decisions. So when you're looking at retirement accounts, what's the average age of people with retirement accounts? About the same age as Elizabeth Warren, right? You telling me they can't make their own decisions for putting big? There it goes, right there. $67 million. Her salary is $285.
Are you kidding me? What?
Exactly. So again, like I said, Pocahontas coming through with the contradiction of the year. She wants to yell and scream at protests or whatnot. That's cool. Do that. Stop messing with Bitcoin. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no clue what's going on in this industry if you're saying that you want to address Fidelity, as if Fidelity doesn't have a whole team that's done the research. You really think Fidelity's digital assets team didn't do the research and the risk and rewards? They got a whole paper on it. So again, I don't care really what her concerns are, but she suggests that they have potential conflict of interest, noting that Fidelity has been deeply involved in crypto since experimenting with Bitcoin and Ethereum mining operations, integrating Coinbase accounts back in 2017. That Fidelity announced plans to allow retirement savers to allocate up to 20% of their portfolio on Bitcoin. Even with that, that is still pretty low risk. I mean, up to 20%. They're still not doing, full 100%. But again, this is more crony capitalism. Rules for thee and not for me. And she's just a part of it. I don't care about. I'm done with people's social issues. I don't care about politics. Watch the money, people. I don't care what they think.
I keep telling people, even with that,
stop crying over stuff. There's social issues. Think economic, and you'll see who these people really are. Like, I promise you, all these people that's in Congress, like you said, that's multi-millionaires, they didn't have to get stopped from investing in whatever. They didn't have, what I mean? Like, they didn't have growing concerns over investing in commodities. Like, shut up. What are you talking about? But again, it is what it is. These are the people on both sides. You got to deal with it. But again, economically, fuck them.
And a few things. That one thing I just forgot as you were mentioning, I was laughing as you were saying it, but a couple things. And I was trying to look through her history to figure out when she made this wealth, but I just remember you just said it went from 12 million in 2019 to 67 million currently. Wonder what happened between 2019 and now. Oh, COVID. Oh, whoa. How can a person who is a public servant make more money in a natural disaster for the country she serves than prior the rest of her life? She made more money in 2 years than she did the rest of her life, people. A, B, she's in a public service job. How could you do that if you're not doing something inside? A, that's A. B, I had to look at this because I'm like, when did she make her wealth? And honestly, it don't look like she made her wealth until she really got to politics. She was a professor. She was a professor, a lecturer at Rutgers. They ain't paying shit in New Jersey. No offense, people. Then she went to University of Penn. Okay, law school professor, endowed chair. All right, what I'm looking at right now, you made $1 million max. By 1990.
That's total. That's if she spent no money. Perfect investment.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. But that ain't happening.
Listen, you're not about to trick people who have created things, created value, and made their money with someone. Like, we understand how money is made, right? Like, we're at that point, folks. We deal with these people. We're dealing with cities with Zay. We're dealing with big companies. We understand how to evaluate things, how to create value, and what that value translates to. A college professor didn't become a multi-millionaire being a college professor. She didn't make her millions until when? 2008. She gets into the U.S. Senate and all blah, blah, blah. All right. So she's been in the Senate. She makes 12 million. But my whole point about this whole story and everything I'm saying about this and her salary and her 3 luxury yachts, I would love to have 1 luxury yacht. I will one day, so I'm not tripping. But my point of this story is a person who didn't work to make their money. She did not work. She had a public service position. She used that to leverage information to make more capital, essentially. She uses her position to and that information in that position to create or to make more money on the back end. I'm making that point because a person who hasn't created their own value, who hasn't made their own money and become successful or made their own million and all that good stuff, why are they going to talk to you about retirement accounts anyway?
Yeah,
like this isn't your ballywick. This is You just made $50 million in the last 2 years. You shouldn't be talking to anybody about retirement. Like, again, it's one thing if you're executive at Fidelity, you work at one of these companies, you're a crypto company, and you've been like developing or any old financial company. I don't care what your business is. If you made your money working day in, day out over time, it is a big difference than you being in a public position and making your money that way. We still don't even know how it came, to be honest. But again, this is the last person we should be taking any advice from when it comes to crypto IRAs in general. Yeah, this is the same person who wants Fidelity to address these risks. Again, I want to address the risk of public positions, public officers of the United States becoming wealthy in office. I'm going to address that because that's a big risk, I think, to their bias, to their objectivity. That's what I want to address, but that's a different story.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Crazy. Let's see the comments real quick. I know. The comments. Yeah,
she's been making a lot of that Native American money from them casinos. That's probably where it came.
Hey, she don't get taxed. She don't get taxed.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Let's see. What else do we have? Let's see. Ocean, what's going on? Alpha Robbins. Did we talk about the Bitcoin improvement plan? Is a new one. I haven't not talked about it.
Yeah. BIP 119. I discussed it briefly. It wasn't a story, but I discussed it briefly last week, I believe.
There we go.
Yeah, so yeah, BIP 119. It's in the middle of discussions, but it could be a bigger fight than the block size wars, depending on, because there's a lot of big players that's trying to get in on it. So it is what it is.
There it is. Yes. Once again, what's up, Ross Shu? We mentioned it already, but it was a planned maintenance thing for City Coins. That's why they did stop. So this was planned maintenance. Thank you, Gerard. $4 trillion under management. So yeah, 18 investors. We saw the same thing with Telegram. We're talking about that Elon Musk Twitter buy. Same thing with Telegram was trying to launch is like whatever token is TON token or something. They had 18 investors for I think $1.8 billion at the time as well. So for Elon to get 18 investors at $44 billion, I mean, he definitely got some heavy hitters on the team.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. PFC Wheels Up Track said Binance is making inroads on information platforms. They have cornered all the vectors, old print, Forbes, and now new tech Twitter. The business development folks on CZ team is doing their thing. You're right. Like you said, they went to got Forbes. You know, they made a donation there, or put some money into that investment there, and they're doing it with Twitter. So yeah, that's why shows like Trex with the Weekend and crypto, our shows, every other show that's on these platforms are important because yes, the institutions and the big companies are coming. They are buying things up. And I guarantee you, they won't be the only ones buying it up. So it's all
hell. Some of them watching us right now. I know
right. That's why I'm trying not to go there.
Yeah, you know they watch it, but again, people know the real, and they know exactly what's up.
Yeah, yeah. They said Alex said her salary is $285,000, but her monthly income is $400,000. It's funny,
crazy,
right?
Crazy.
Pocahontas moved on with John Smith and never looked back. Said Birdtown Music Group, you guys are hilarious. Politicians live in another reality. You already know about it. Michael Kennedy says she is concerned that her regular assets are going into the dirt because of crypto. You know, you're right. Maybe she actually did want this Bitcoin 401k because she like, shit, I'm trying to put mine in there too. Y'all sure?
Exactly. I'm trying to push this to 100 mil. What you talking about? Yeah.
Right. I might be calling She's gonna call me up. Hey, I'm on y'all side. What we doing? I'm just trying to make sure Fidelity ain't messing up with all our money.
Hey man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. When you over the age of 70, 75, somewhere, I think she's somewhere in there, and you already worth 60, 70 million, why are you still working?
For real.
Somebody is putting you out there to speak. That's all I gotta say. Somebody put you up to it.
You don't love your job enough for the president of the United States to call you Pocahontas in public. Yeah. Like, come on. I agree with you on that. Something must be sweet on that back end for sure.
Yeah. She still got to work. Put that time in.
Oh yeah, right.
Get out there and make my money.
Yeah, we gave you the money, but it's not your money. But all right. Last but not least, Gucci, the latest luxury brand to accept crypto payments in store. I mean, Gucci, y'all messing with black people yet?
Oh man.
hey, Gucci, listen, send me a whole closet full of shit and we'll start talking better about you. Please save the big lips and the dark skin and watermelon for another person's shirt. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Gucci's past efforts into Web3 have culminated with the brand accepting 12 cryptocurrencies at a few select stores with a wider rollout plan for the future. I love seeing stories like this, honestly, because again, I don't think I even mentioned it. I didn't get a chance to record because I was a weekend trip. I didn't bring my tripod or none of that stuff. But I was at Exotica last week in Chicago. First time I ever went to anything like that. It was like a porn cam girl convention trying to talk crypto. But I'm telling you, it's crazy how many people either don't know about crypto or it's still the old. Because I bought some lotion like some cocoa butter type lotion. It was some African stuff. They were selling all types. They were selling regular stuff at this convention, right? But I'm asking them, you could pay with cash. I'm like, can I pay with Bitcoin or crypto? And they're just like, oh, like we haven't even got it there yet. No. And the lady was like, oh, I got a wallet. I was like, well, I can just send it to your wallet. She's like, oh, I don't got it set up yet. I'm like, oh, you don't got no wallet. but in general, it was just one of the things, a lot of questions out, and the pushback I was getting was like, well, nobody's still accepting. Nobody. I'm just like, well, all you have to do is sit here with me for 3 minutes and you can accept it. But this is cool things. This is a good news story to see Gucci accepted, because again, Gucci has a lot of followers. We know, especially in inner city communities, people, I mean, if Gucci were to say, do a backflip off the tallest building you can, you get a free headband. Like, we literally might lose a percentage of the population in certain parts of the world. And I say that because it's a good thing. Like Gucci, with them accepting crypto, expect to see Louis Vuitton follow. All the big brands of that, the luxury brands, expect to see them follow. And then when it's really going to hit, wait until the mid-level, wait until Zara, wait until Forever 21, wait until all those places say, hey, y'all got the Doji, the doggy, what do you call it? Yeah, the Shiba, the Sheebs, come through. I think this is going to proliferate. I think Gucci's starting it. They're cutting the ribbon. Everyone's going to follow suit because they already follow suit when Gucci does anything. So that's what my thoughts. What else is going on with the story? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh yeah. So the Gucci, I already know right now there's gonna be some people trying to stunt in Beverly Hills. I know in Rodeo that Gucci is definitely gonna be used. But yeah, it's funny because everybody was talking about boycotting Gucci after the blackface turtleneck. But again, I've been to the Gucci on Rodeo many times. Niggas ain't leaving Gucci. I'm sorry. It just is what it is. If first check they get, they take them right to that Gucci store. I promise you. And you know what I'm talking about, King. But they will accept 12 cryptos, including Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Wrap Bitcoin, Litecoin, Shiba, Doge, and 5 US dollar stable coins. Listen, people, this is exactly like we said before, institutions showing up saying, hey, it's starting to seem like this is real money, that it's not going away. We'll accept all of it. We don't care. Who's going to turn down money? And that was kind of what we were trying to tell them, or other companies years ago. Was like, who turns down money? Who cares what they pay with? Is money, right? So they've seen that. And I think, like you said, Louis Vuitton, all the other ones, they'll jump in just as well. It will be interesting to see, though. Are they still protesting out there? Is that Louis Vuitton or Gucci where they got the people out there protesting every day on Rodeo Drive?
I
haven't been
in a minute.
Yeah, I haven't been in months.
They out there robbing people in broad daylight right now. I ain't been in a minute.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. You're gonna need that. You're gonna need that blackface turtleneck.
Right. Yeah.
They got to get robbed for real.
They out there robbing people on Rodeo Drive before lunch start. Let's see. Yes, Asti, I feel the same way. Call the senators and stuff robber barons. All they do is lie, steal, and cheat. Let's see. Can legacy, what's going on? G Barclay. Can legacy banks use automated market makers and then turn it into a service? Essentially, yes, but in essence of time and the fact that I'm not going to give you the game plan because we're selling that game plan to those type of legacy banks already. I won't go into detail, but they can. So I'll just say that if you all figure it out, talk to the bank, get them on board. Let's see. Jay Dots, I got a feeling if they get exposed, dead bodies will start popping up. Oh, you already know. Let's see. Okay. 2008, when she became the big anti-bank legislator. Sounds like she was getting paid to be the opposition to Wall Street. Yep, you're speaking fees, book fees, all those fees. Hey, you didn't get $65 million of fees though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ain't that much talking in the world. Damn. But I mean, they do overpay. They'd be like $1 million dinner. Got $1 million. That's how they funnel the money. Yeah, that's how they funnel the money.
So I was gonna say this. Thanks, Stack, for bringing this up. I was gonna say this earlier in the effort not to trigger everybody. I just passed it up, but I'll just say this and I'll leave it here. The Roe versus Wade thing, people. Do you really think it's a coincidence? At the same, what did they just do this week? The Fed or something raised a point or some shit?
Yeah, Fed rates hike, Pfizer report came out. So bunch of stuff happened this week, but nobody.
The Fed raise hike was the first time that's happened since the year 2000. People, 22 years. All right, they're trying to beat inflation. All this stuff is going on. We're giving we're literally giving your Crane money or the you money. I can't even say that word anymore. I forgot. Like literally. So yes, Roe versus Wade, people, is exactly that. It's a distraction.
Oh, yeah. And also too, did you hear about the dude in North Carolina? He exposed all the politicians. He was like, they invited me to these weird cult sex parties, and then they exposed him and saw him doing something. So I was like, bro, they yeah, nobody's talking about it. That's why I was like, bro, everybody's talking about this, like you said, Roe v. Wade. But again, hey, be distracted how you want. I'm gonna keep
follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. Follow the people. Like even when you talk about Roe versus Wade, last thing on it, and this has to do with crypto in a sense because we're talking about markets. Literally, when you just look at who does abortion affect from a monetary standpoint, right? How would it affect those organizations from a monetary? Look at the money. Literally, just look at the money. I think it has to do with the Fed rate hike. They was like, "Hey, we need something. We need big." They was like,
"Yeah, we
abortion.
need protesters. Yeah, we need something."
Throw it out there.
Hey, cop shooting people ain't working no more. Let's find something else for people to protest. Because you know when it gets warm, it's always protests start kicking up. It just subject matter just changes. That's it.
Oh man. Eric Jones, you just have to go to the main page and click on join to become a member. Eric said, how do I become a member? I've been following you all. You all are the truth. Other channels are doing rug pulls. Man, we already know it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And what's crazy, the rug pull channels actually are the bigger channels. So it's pretty funny. Mm-hmm. All right, last couple of comments. Zay, you got any announcements before we call it a day?
No big announcements from me, except like I said before, City Coins upgrade should be finished this weekend. So everything should be straight. If you already have it, cool. If not, again, I keep telling you, it's less than a penny. This is one of the easiest investments ever. Even if you got $20, $50, it seems like it's a good thing. A lot of utility coming. Also,
something to become a stakeholder in, something to become a stakeholder in, not invest. There's not investment advice, but you want to be a stakeholder.
Advice. Yes, if you want to be a stakeholder and help build the future of local economies, yeah, come on aboard.
Yeah, you are hilarious. So listen, it was a shea butter, coconut oil, coconut mix. They talking about some lubricant. Like, get out of here. Y'all funny as I don't know what. Every time they said, Satoshi said, King think we stupid like coal. Cocoa. Yeah, like, no, it was literally some real cocoa butter and stuff. I was supposed to order some off Amazon, but they had it right in front of me. Let's see. KB, I tried to get somebody at the hotel reception desk to download a wallet so I can tip her in Bitcoin. She never did, and I gave away the Bitcoin. There it is. All right, that looks like that's for the most part it. Looking at the last couple of comments. As always, make sure you smash that like and share. If you haven't yet, check out the masterclass. Thank you to the people who have recently been getting the masterclass. We definitely appreciate that as well. On the show for tonight, of course, we got Black Rue, 6 p.m. PST. And also be on the lookout for tomorrow. We got a whole new lineup of shows. So again, that'll be on Twitter. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I know I'm forgetting. Last but not least, hey, hell to the yeah, hell to the yeah, hell to the yeah. Don't ever run up on no legend. Like, I wish I would have been front row. I almost went too. I almost went. I should have went. I would have hopped up on stage.
I wasn't there. Jamal, Jamal invited me out there, and I was like, I'm not even in LA. I wish.
Listen. Hey, Dave Chappelle, shout out to Dave Chappelle, favorite comedian of all time. I wrote about him in my first book back in like 2013 about how he told his dad if he can make a teacher salary being a comedian, he'll be happy as a comedian. Like, you don't run up on stage, period, but you're going to do it to a legend like that. Like, the Chris Rock thing is egregious, no. But you're going to run up on another legend. I am glad everything that happened. I'm glad we could see it happen too. I wanted to end the show on that. That made my teeth white when I saw it.
Oh, yeah. They stomped that nigga arm backwards.
There we go. All right. Other than that, folks, make sure you smash that like and share. Shout out to Jump Out Girls. Make sure you check out that show from yesterday and all these other shows we have going on, and be on the lookout for more news. We'll see you all tomorrow with some more crypto news and later on today with some more shows. Cheers.
Cheers.